I can't tell you how many times that I'll get a call or a Facebook post or an email from a friend or from somebody who's on staff at a church or who's involved in a church, and they know somebody who's feeling called to ministry. Maybe they don't have any church staff full-time experience, and unfortunately our clients retain us to help them find folks with experience, and so we're not able to typically place those people at our clients, but I do try as often as possible to spend a little time with them. One of the most important things throughout the whole process, now and until your ministry ends, is making sure that you're really trying to seek the leading of the Lord and trying to understand, is this a calling or is it something that's more emotional or self-centered? You really just have to be real self-aware in what the motives are, because ministry is tough. It's hard. It doesn't pay well. And the expectations are really high, and so it's exhausting. It's not as pretty as it may look. If in knowing that you really feel like God's calling you, then let me encourage you to work your tail off to find a ministry position. There are several things that you can do. One of the first things that I'd encourage you to do is really try and pray about and consider what area of ministry God may be calling you. You may or may not understand that sometimes you need to get involved in ministry to start to get a better idea of where you feel like you'd be most effective. Nevertheless, try to figure that out, whatever you need to do to that. Get involved in your local church. Oftentimes people will call and they'll say, I've sent 100 resumes to 100 churches, half of them don't respond. Well, a lot of times the church is looking at other candidates that have some experience in that area. So I oftentimes encourage guys to go create their own position. Go talk to the pastor of the church, go talk to the person who leads the area of ministry you feel called to, and share your heart with them. Let them know you feel called to minister in this area. Ask if there are any open positions, and even if there aren't, tell them that you would like to serve. I would sit down and visit with them, ask them what they recommend about how to get into ministry and what steps you should take, and say, I'm willing to do a free intern or a low paid internship if you're willing to give me an opportunity to train me and develop me, and if I prove myself, maybe step into an official role here. Just praying that God would open up a door to give you an open ministry position isn't enough. Faith without works is dead. So oftentimes people will pray that God would give me an open position, but they don't walk through the doors that are being opened. In other words, you have to go knock on doors for them to be open a lot of times. So be diligent. If you're really called to ministry and you really feel like that's what God wants for you, then be diligent in your efforts to make a position for yourself. You will learn so much more about ministry, so much respect will be earned that way, and it'll really position you for long-term success in your ministry career.